My name is Sunil. My student ID is ST20319854. Today I'm talking about global corporate sustainability agenda, company overview, culture diversity and social impact, ethical decision making, environmental sustainability, finance and responsible investment, ESG reporting, strategic recommendations and conclusion. Introduction. Vedanta transforming for good. Vedanta Limited overview and operating footprint. Focus area from this presentation. Links to global sustainability goals. Vedanta is an internationally recognized natural resources company operating across metals as well as oil and gas. Here the analysis consider culture and diversity and social impact, ethical decision making and sustainability, and finance and reporting in Vedanta to explore strengths, gaps, and strategic options. Culture diversity and social impact. Culture diversity analysis. Multinational workforce across India and abroad. Vedanta 2025. Gender and local employment activities. Vedanta in 2025. Culture sensitivity remains on ongoing challenges. Hofstede and local context application. India show a high power distance hierarchy TFC in 2025. Zambia value community and local harmony. UA emphasis and authority and loyalty. Leadership must adjust to local norms. Hofstede model explain culture differences through dimensions like power distance, individualism, uncertainty, avoidance, and long-term orientation. Through the company's culture has been analyzed in various regions. The Indian management culture of Vedanta is long-term oriented and hierarchical. In Zambia community, collaboration influences explanations, whereas in the UAE, loyalty and power prevails in the relations. The leaders of diverse operational teams need to adjust their relationship style and communication approaches to each other, host culture to increase in inclusion and avoid conflict and develop trust. Social impact and community programs, large-scale CSR through Vedanta Foundation, education, health and livelihood project reported, significant beneficiary number claimed in report. CSR framework ensure that the company look after the planet and people, not solely on the profit aspect. Consider this. It has been analyzed that Vedanta focus on CSR and social investment in the Vedanta Foundation and Anil Agarwal Foundation with the emphasis on the education, health, nutrition and skill. It supports the company to engage with local communities and build a good brand image. The firm claims millions of beneficiaries, big budgeted investments, but the company trust problems are still experienced in certain mining regions. Ethical decision making and sustainability. Ethics framework guide management decisions. It aligns with the deontology, utilitarianism, and virtual ethics. Corporate culture shapes ethical outcomes. Vedanta ethical assessment can be synthesized into three main approaches. The first, duty-based ethics, focus on compliance with all moral obligations. The second, outcome-based on ethics, appearances, outcome of the action taken. The third approach, character-based ethics, deal with the character and virtual processed by the people making the decision. Corporate culture and the incentive system play an important role in ethical performance because of the governance structure and the decision made by the leadership influences performance in the environmental issues such as pollution management and work safety. Salient ethical controversy example: satellite corporate projects and planet closure, human safety and environmental concerns raised, legal rulings in the planet and reopening affairs. In Tamil Nadu, satellites corporate units protects for the scale and deaths caused by the units raised by serious environmental and social issues. Even national courts have denied a potential reopening of the satellite copper unit because of reputational and regulatory risks associated with environmental conflicts. Environmental sustainability practices, carbon reduction and renewable investments Vedanta in 2025, wastewater and biodiversity activities are ongoing. Environmental agency risk remains in some sites. Vedanta announces reduction to its carbon intensity as well investments in renewable energy and measures to address pollution. There are commendable initiatives both the agency pollution and community dissent around its facilities call for the expedited and remediation and independent accountability to build trust. Finance, investment and reporting, finance and sustainable investment, climate change oversight, commitment to collaborative policy development, executive compositions linked to climate-related KPIs, use of sustainability-linked financing instrument, capital allocated to growth, green projects, finance links to optional goals. Vedanta Aluminium acquired sustainability-linked loans to support capital and activities. Additionally, this shows that financial markets are engaging with Vedanta on the basis of the sustainability performances for the financial marketing, connecting finance to profitable and objective helps align with interest of investors and financial markets with the company goals of green growth. Furthermore, the company will establish additionally confidence in the consumer in many markets with growing consumer demanding and green project and transparency. Reporting and transparency assessment. Integrated sustainability and annual reporting available. Vedanta in 2025 uses GRI and TCFD style disclosures. Reporting quality needed stronger independent Azure, Mentor and Crossroads in 2024. It has been renewed that the Vedanta is disclosing integrated reported and sustainability reports on a variety basis. The report included its financial along with the climate related disclosures and potentially mentions ESG and frameworks. The company would encourage independent third party assurances and transparency in local communities, and the possible addition of the local reporting could also help to increase capabilities. Recommendation and conclusion. Strength community engagement and constant processes. Embed diversity and ethics in leadership metrics. Mishra and Tiwari in 2024. Increase independent verification of ESG reporting. The company is doing well in overall aspect, however it can bring improvement in its operation to sustain in the long run, recommended to strengthen stakeholder and consultant, especially with the indigenous and local communities to create a free, prior and informed consent to expand operation in order to incorporate diversity and ethical performance in leadership. Appearance and the engaged third party assure of ESG and disclosures to restore trust and safeguard long term value. Here is the references. Thank you very much.